train for you. Will you please take some of your expert time and talk about our tunnel and drift mining for these good folks?
Sure. Good afternoon, everybody.
Hi, Tim.
A nice bunch, Earl. All right. Well, I'm here to share with you a little bit about how they did tunnel and drift mining back in the old days. As you probably heard mentioned by now, the miners around here spent their winters digging. They would begin by digging shafts straight down until they hit bedrock. As you can well imagine, it was a great deal of exhausting work for them to get down here. So before they'd ever begin digging, they'd look for some form of sign or guarantee from Mother Nature to help indicate where the gold was, make all this work worth their while. In particular, they'd look for other mineral deposits, like what you'll see over there. Now this is a zinc deposit. There's some other minerals in there as well. None of it here is quite the quantity or quality to be worth mining, but certainly enough to help indicate that that gold was likely to be nearby, as gold is commonly associated with these other minerals. So when those miners would spot veins like this on the surface, they follow them. They dig down here to the bedrock and branch out in several directions along this floor in search of that gold pay. Right over here is an oil, if you're into this kind of thing. For now, though, we're going to roll you out of the tunnel so we can show you some of the above-ground operations and how those miners would spend their summers. Now, it's important to note, the big cavernous tunnels like this one were only carved out when they'd come upon a huge gold deposit. This tunnel here represents a pretty large drift mining operation. Typically, these permafrost tunnels, they'd be just barely wide enough for two men to pass each other with their wheelbarrows, not even usually high enough to fully stand up. Nonetheless, there were a lot of big and busy mining operations going on around here those days.
Tim, thank you very much for your time.
No. That's all right.
Down, pour all of your pay dirt into that gold pan, and I kind of pop the sides so you can make sure all the dirt gets out of it. And then swoop down in and fill your pan with water. Next thing you do is start to slurry it around. You hear that grinding noise? Yeah. That's the gold scraping on the bottom. Working rock as long as I have, I can tell the difference in the sounds of this stuff. Now, you'll see larger rocks on the surface. Take a moment with a lot of water in your pan to rake these bigger rocks towards you, rinse them in the pan, and then get rid of them unless they're yellow, and I'll hold them for you. Now, more water, more shake, and what this is doing is bringing the...
Here's a slightly different angle, because I can. Yeah. Letters to Santa.
Letters. Marking for Santa to the North Pole. Excuse me. A lot of nature.
Looking for yours, Asa?
Yep. Ain't found it yet. Oh, there's one from South Carolina.
From Johnny?
This is quite a garden. Rika's Roadhouse. See that cabbage. Except I don't have my glasses. I can't see it myself, but there it is. Beautiful garden and flowers and vegetables. They're rocking out to the music on the bus. I got that too. Wave to me. Having a wonderful time.
Asa, stop! All right, let's go! All right, Asa!
All right.
Hello, sir.
Good evening.
We just passed customs. We're clean.
You just passed customs? Custom never goes very fast. They're easy to pass.
I didn't do it.
That's the biggest lie I've ever heard.
I thought about it, but I didn't have
Good afternoon, folks.
Good afternoon.
Welcome to Beaver Creek. Sergeant Loyal at your service, also known as Officer Friendly. I'm checking for smiles right now. I want to make sure the equipment is working. I'll be arresting anybody not having a good time here tonight. I know you folks have traveled a long way to get here. It's a very serious crime to come this far just to behave yourselves. Punishable by wood chopping duty. I don't want to have to do that to you tonight. Well, it's of the utmost importance in my duties to greet you all, Chichacos, of this land of the midnight sun and home of the rendezvous. Now, you know what I'm talking about when I refer to Chichacos?
Yes.
Don't tell me it's Mexican food.
No.
He's been known to tell a few stories. Well, we're not going to try to make sourdoughs out of you overnight, but we'll do our best to leave you with a heart full of cherishable memories. I trust you'll find your accommodations here quite satisfactory. However, we do have a bit of a situation on our hands, so to speak, right now. You've been privy to it?
Yeah.
Good.
Good one.
Well, not to worry. We have a backup plan. No pun intended. You'll find rustic baskets of moss in your rooms. I strongly suggest you wet it before you use it. The moss, not the basket. It's much more refreshing that way, and it makes it somewhat reusable. You're now in an environmentally sensitive area. We're going green. Well, you're here in fine time. You're going to have a chance to check into your rooms, drop off your carry-on, stretch your legs a little bit. We will be opening the doors to the theater at 6:30 precisely. There'll be a nice little crackling fire going on in there with all the fixings for you to make s'mores. We have also a well-stocked bar in there with anything your horse might desire. And we do allow the use of cameras and video cameras in there throughout the course of the evening, so I encourage you to bring your equipment. We'll let you use it. We even allow flashing in there.
Yeah?
We're a fairly friendly bunch. We would love to have you all in there by, say, no later than 7 o'clock, and we particularly invite those of you traveling in a party of 4 or more to come in there a little earlier if you can. That'll be much easier for us to accommodate your seating needs. We have tables of 8, and there's enough tables to accommodate your whole group, but if there's 6 of you that want to sit together, then it's a little easier to accommodate that if you come in earlier, even if you just send us a scout to save some seating for you.